Nabil Anane's deceptively frail-looking frame conceals knockout power in every single limb. Remotely cracking chins and bullying the Muay Thai elite from the high ground. This 20-year-old strider snatched the belt in record time. Get ready to witness the supernatural striker who forces everyone to call him lean. Born in 2004 to an Algerian Thai family in Pattaya, Nabil started with Taekwondo at age 6, later switched to karate, and having turned 11, made his choice in favor of Muay Thai. Launching his kicks from ears, Anane also had a knack for intercepting advancing opponents, with a spicy assortment of knees and elbows. That toxic mix never let down the fast-rising Thai. And upon discovering dynamite in his fists, he quickly gained recognition at the adult level. Standing at 6'4" and 130 pounds by the time he had 18, this butterbean from a very alternate universe could whip out cyclone spins. Breaking down the opposition at the pace of his metabolism. With WBC championship titles in 2 divisions, in 2023 the young prodigy signed with the leading Muay Thai promotion, One Championship. In accordance with Eastern matchmaking traditions, no one planned to baby the 19-year-old newcomer. He got thrown straight into the Shark Tank. The man who welcomed him was none other than the reigning kickboxing champ, Superlek. Staying true to his nickname, the Kicking Machine, he'd also burst out elbow parties. And held a spot in the top 10 pound for pound with a record number of wins in the organization. Rocking the straw hat in his debut, Nabil made it clear he's the one here to chase after the One Piece. In the ring, the gangly fortune seeker countered a batch of low kicks and clipped the aggressor, coming in with an elbow. Unable to reach the head or the legs, Superlek shifted attention to the exposed body, and it paid off. Suffering the first career stoppage loss to a Muay Thai titan, Anane took the lesson with a level of maturity rare for his age.
It's good that I've learned that early. When you learn something early, you can overcome it quicker than if you learn it more late, and it was a great lesson.
After conditioning his vulnerable midsection the old-fashioned way, just 3 months later, Nabil set his sights on the dangerous puncher Nakrob Fairtex, who was riding a 4-fight win streak in one.
Demonstrating incredible toughness, but he is
consistently throwing down in gritty wars. Realizing there'd be no more easy matchups coming his way, the reed-thin Thai snapped a stinging 1-2. Then started hitting Fairtex with Trump's tax, firing off a cross, followed by sharp knees. Anane awakened Nakrob's inner Dagestani,
Slow his movement.
only to send him right back down.
Into the body.
A signature shot found the mark,
Shots, range selection.
but only reinvigorated the adversary.
Bubble, Makra. Oh, another right hand. Solid.
Still rushing his way into counters,
Evans. Nabil Anane is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen.
he didn't last much longer.
Elbow as well. Nice.
Harpooning the enemy chin a second time, Anane lived up to the hype as a rising star.
Elbow as well. Nice.
It's just 1-2, but it's very sharp, you know. It's fast and they don't see it coming. Maybe they see it coming, but they don't think I'll touch them because I'm very far away. I got the range and that will surprise them.
Nabil closed out 2023 with a brutal shootout against seasoned warrior Muay Thai Senshai, nicknamed the Elbow Zombie, for a good reason. The exotic butcher used to be a Lumpini Stadium champ, and during his 15-year run had claimed over 200 souls.
Celebrating prematurely. Oh, it did!
In this clash of youth versus experience, Anane pestered the foe with jabs,
Time for the big block jab.
then uncorked flagship 1-2s,
Jab one. Muay Thai is trying to find a way to close that
and pushed him away with teeps.
career. But Nabil Anane is letting out those long range.
Great skill set. Really, he's switching stances. He steps back. All he has to do is
Muay Thai tried his luck in close quarters,
The southpaw stance now. Oh, beautiful knee, but nice.
only to walk into diving elbows.
Nabil's doing some chopping low kicks. He doesn't have to do it.
With high kicks trailing after.
There from Nabil. Look at the feint into the head kick. Right elbow to follow. Nabil Anane stepping forward now.
Nabil gave the veteran no chance to even lay a finger on him.
Frames as well. Very good use of the frames. 3-round battle. Hats off to the straw hat wearing Nabil Anane as he enters in with a
And to top it off, casually set him down with a knee.
beautiful left hook there. Oh! Right knee!
Celebrating the dominant win and his 20th birthday, Anane let loose with meat on the bone, so his next outing took place in the 145-pound division opposite the stocky brawler Kulab Dam.
Last year, Sangmani signed.
Leaving guys cool on the canvas and dumb in the head via a left cannon,
Low kicks. Will there be a stop?
in 2017 he was crowned Thailand's Fighter of the Year. The old school purist came in looking to mog the anime kid, so after trading low kicks, he caught that pesky willow branch, dropped a tight left in the clinch, and rocked the walking pillar. But Kulab Dam miscalculated the absurd reach of Anane's knees.
Launching knees in the clinch. Big knee over the top there.
Barely making it to the bell himself.
As he has Kulab Dam on the back foot now. Up against the ropes. Relentless pressure from Nabil Anane as these two warriors and fighters.
After the break, they picked up right where they left off.
Organization. These two warriors hit of nowhere. Trying to control their distance once they get in there. This pace, ladies and gentlemen, this is frantic.
Mixing body shots with knees, Nabil bit down and seized control.
Combinations with his hands back to the knees on the clinch.
And while Kulab Dam left no shots unanswered,
From Nabil, but the left hand comes.
he was sinking in clinch exchanges.
This is a young man with a wealth of talent, and he gets the knee to the top of the temple of Kulab Dam.
climbing out of knockdown and running on autopilot.
Rising from the dead there.
The southpaw refused to succumb even to nasty elbows.
Big left hand, but clearly hurt here. Nabil Anane turning up the pressure.
So Anane went back to his primary weapon.
Swag landing, big knees, looking to get the finish. Looking to put. He walked up, pulls back to the 30 bouncing. But the knee from Nabil landing.
Putting on a vivid display of Muay Thai's terrifying beauty, and forcing yet another fan favorite to be scraped off the mat.
So much power through the guard of Kulab Dam.
The 20-year-old slender man showed class in the end.
First of all, I gotta say sorry to Kulab Dam. He is a very legend. I was watching him since I was baby.
A month later, the low-calorie KO artist got bumped into the top 5 and squared off with the division's number 3, Felipe Lobo. Fresh off of a Fight of the Year bout with the champ, where he fell just one step short of gold.
So much on the line for Felipe Lobo. Haggerty.
Kicking out the opponent's lead leg.
Yeah, he's transforming into a Muay and the $100,000 that goes along with it.
Nabil craftily chained together low kicks with a sniper straight right.
6'4", those are light distance management, control of the space, putting out that low kick over and over again.
Held his own in pure boxing.
There's an uppercut. Oh, big right hand. Anane.
From the low kick of Lobo for Anane.
And that'll end.
And comfortably outworked the former title challenger over all 3 rounds.
And a big right hand.
Anane was known as a Muay Cal fighter, which is a knee fighter, and he's utilized him so dangerously.
Right as the bell rang, the Thai connected with the best shot of the night.
And we go to the judges, but for Nabil,
Crashing into the title conversation in style,
dances his way into the win.
Anane crossed paths with the wild man Solin Wu, better known as the Man of Steel. A product of Burmese boxing, where headbutts are encouraged, he was a major champion in his discipline, with a fearsome 71-3 record and 68 knockouts. Since transitioning to 1, the tough nut went 3 for 3.
Good job.
Immediately establishing social distancing.
Gives as good as it gets. Trying to overcome that massive.
Anane kept So at the end of his reach.
Puts out the jab.
Fired from stance switches.
Puzzle that's in front of him. With the knee.
And hammered in pinpoint combinations.
Left hand is a switch of stances.
Letting the Burmese brawler get closer in round 2, he brought elbows into the equation. Put knees into mass production.
Close that distance. Often ended up
Battering the helpless bare-knuckle vet. In the third, the Straw Hat Pirate shifted gears.
He won't just guard
And casually tapping into his karate background,
and a taekwondo black belt. So he's trying to use his hands, but he needs to find a way to set them up.
drilled kicks to perfection until the final bell.
Goes to the kick, takes out the right leg. Control of the distance. Even there, those knees up.
Without a hint of adversity and with 5 straight wins, Anane earned a shot to avenge his loss to the champ. But in January 2025, Nabil got leapfrogged into the title race by Nico Carrillo, and the Thai received another assignment, multiple-time Russian champion Kimran Nabati. However, 3 weeks before the bout, Superlek pulled out with an injury, so the promotion introduced an interim belt, set to be contested by Anane and the equally ambitious Carrillo. Nicknamed the King of the North, the Scot was massive for 145 pounds, and instead of a bagpipe, carried a metal one.
The kick.
Ran a 6-year victory campaign.
Still dangerous. Big hand, oh my God!
And since joining one, hadn't let a single opponent hear the final bell.
Very durable chin, but sits down.
Carrillo entered as the favorite, but Anane quickly tuned his antennas to the right frequency.
It'd be interesting to see if Nabil has the power. Doesn't throw very many shots. He just works his way in.
Like 45 miles an hour.
After delivering a telescopic cross from another time zone,
Like 45 miles an hour.
Nabil embraced the heat of the battle.
For Nabil Anane. He's got Carrillo wobbled. Can he knock down Nico Carrillo again? Steps in with the elbow. Another big right hand. Under a minute remaining in the first. Nico looks to be...
Found a home for the trademark knee, and pulled a question mark kick out of his back pocket.
Ability.
Naturally, the proud Scotsman stood up, only to meet his doom in full Braveheart fashion.
Bill is on fire. Big right hand. No.
Carrillo wobbled. Big right hand. And this one is over.
Special fight for that young man.
In just one round, Anane dismantled a highly touted knockout artist,
Right hand. And down he goes. And this one is over.
slung the interim belt over his shoulder, and addressed his parents. Thank you, Mom, for cooking my food every day. And thanks to my dad. He's been an inspiration, motivating and training me all these years. Nabil later called this bout the most important of his career, but not because of the golden belt.
I had the chance to get my revenge.
Nabil meant sporting revenge against Superlek, of course. Since their first clash, the kicking machine had claimed championship gold in both kickboxing and Muay Thai. And came out on top against monsters like Takeru. Haggerty.
Superlek coming in heavy with that.
And even Roddan. Sitting at the top of the pound-for-pound rankings with a king-worthy resume, Superlek was rightfully recognized as one of the most dangerous strikers on the planet. Their rematch was booked for the blockbuster 172, which pulled an unprecedented lineup of stars. The athletes were in for a 5-round unification bout, but Superlek failed to make weight. As a result, he lost his belt on the scale, and the fight was downgraded to a 3-round non-title match. Still, it didn't dull the challenger's hunger for payback. As usual, Superlek launched blitz attacks on the Tower Man.
A switch hitter, he will change. It's an interesting, well-rounded battle between two of the very best in the bantamweight division. As Nabil.
But over the past couple years, Nabil had leveled up his boxing.
It was almost reminiscent of the way he threw that.
Keep his opponents guessing. He tries to close that.
Strikes on the exit.
Launch a baseball into the
Big steps that Superlek has to make here.
And instant transitions from defense to offense.
Superlek's
Oh, big knee to the body from Nabil Anane. Superlek looks right. Superlek looks right.
Hitting the deck for the first time in 168 battles.
Is it a knockdown? Arabian Cost initiates the count.
Superlek refused to acknowledge the knockdown, prompting Anane to juggle every weapon in his arsenal.
Superlek be saved by the back as Nabil Anane goes to the body shot. Superlek is hurt as the head kick comes in. The pain is coming.
The bell clearly saved the wobbling king.
knocked out.
After the break, he put all of his hopes into the overhand.
To switch things up because he keeps trying
After a first round knockdown, tries to come in.
But the kicking machine struggled in his own domain.
Generated with so much power.
The one where he used to snap bones like breadsticks.
He's gonna have to feint that right.
Head kick. Super legs wobbled. Shoots in.
A shot that started like a knee up the middle once again fooled the proven technician.
Completely unchecked by Superlek.
This time, Anane's 80-inch reach proved to be an insurmountable obstacle for Superlek,
Overhand right and come with something else. You see the big windup for it. Watch.
as well as his springy footwork.
Go after the legs. Final round. Oh, body kick. You can see.
Leaving zero doubt about the winner.
Superlek looks confused, beaten and battered at the end of the third.
A true shocker, and victory number 7 in the promotion for the Friendly Beast.
This was my first dream to get the victory against the best man, pound for pound in history, Superlek Kiet Mukau, and today I made it.
Show some love to your winner.
Some viewers credit Nabil's success to nothing but his attributes, but every coin has a flip side. There are plenty of cases in combat sports where lankies suffered from a lack of power or other factors. Anane knows how to use his natural gifts and keeps methodically adding new elements to his all-terrain style. And he's just turned 21, which means there's plenty of room to grow. We might see him conquering heavier divisions in the future. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and vote for sport.